Let's talk about Sephora, shall we? And specifically, what to buy at Sephora if you only have $20. Let's get real. $20 is not gonna go super far at Sephora, but if you look hard enough, there are some hidden gems and some great beauty products that you can afford with just a 20 and maybe a little tax that'll let you treat yourself while on a budget. Some of these are tried and true products that I really enjoy, and others are just highly rated. So we're gonna get into all that, but first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. My first must-have beauty product for $20 or under at Sephora is the Tweezerman Mini Slant Tweezers. These are $14, which is it's a little bit high for tweezers, but I have never, ever found tweezers that work as well and as painlessly as these mini ones from Tweezerman. Even their full-size Tweezerman tweezers I don't think work as well as their minis. And this particular pair of tweezers I've been using for maybe like 6 years now, so they have held in there and they still work great. I don't know if like the mini size makes them easier to maneuver and really get behind the hair, but these are the tweezers that I really learned how to pluck my brows using, and I seriously cannot use anything else. Whenever I use other tweezers, I either catch my skin and start bleeding, or they snap the hair and then I'm left with like a short root. These are just so precise and 100% worth it, especially because they last so long. Like, they haven't dulled at all, and I use them weekly for 6 years. Next, I want to talk about a product that is actually brand new to Sephora, and you have probably seen every beauty YouTuber talking about this brand, Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. She just launched her makeup line last week at Sephora, and most of the products are like around the $20 mark, but I specifically want to call attention to the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. Now, I don't have this product, but from all of the YouTube videos that I have seen about this brand, as well as the Sephora.com reviews, this seems to be the star of the show when it comes to this launch. This liquid blush is $20, and it looks like you get a pretty good amount when you're looking at the size of the tube. There are 8 shades. There are 4 that are radiant and 4 that are matte, and they all look so super pigmented. Like, a little goes a long way, but you can sheer it out to look more natural. You can build it up for a pop of color. And just from watching the video reviews and wear tests, it seems like the color really hangs in there. So I think for $20, especially out of this entire Rare Beauty launch, this is what I would try. Next, let's move on to a skincare product that I think is a little underrated. So you may have heard of the Peaceout Acne Dots, but have you heard about their pore strips? These are also $19, and they use the same hydrocolloid technology to pull gunk out of your pores. I have found these to be much more effective than like the rip-off pore strips, and obviously a little bit more gentle on the skin. There have been a lot of people who have said that the rip-off ones end up like breaking blood vessels and stuff like that, which is so scary. And these you leave on overnight and it just slowly sucks everything out. So here is what they look like. They're actually pretty thick, and the reason why I think these are more worth picking up from this brand specifically versus their Acne Dots is that these are a little bit more unique. I don't see a lot of other brands doing this with this technology for larger areas, and there are so many options for cheaper Acne Dots that work just as well. So this comes with 8 strips overall. There are 4 that are shaped like this, and then there are 4 that are just rectangular that are the same width. So if you want to use it like on your chin or something and not the nose, that's $19. But if you are looking for Acne Dots, then I would suggest the Sephora collection ones. They have such great reviews, and some people say they are better than the Peaceout ones. They're $10 and come with 96 dots. Great value. So I'll add that in there as an honorable mention. The next few products I'm going to mention are considered minis. Now, the thing about buying minis is that usually for the price, you're not necessarily getting a good value versus buying a full-size product when it comes to like dollars per ounce. But if you're just looking to try something new, or you want to try out a formula before spending the full price amount, then it's a great idea just to add some variety into your collection. Now, one brand whose minis I've been buying for years is Bite Beauty, one of the best higher end lip formulas overall. So Bite Beauty has their mini nude lipstick crayon duo set, and this is $20 and it comes with 2 lipstick minis. One is in the shade Nonino and the other is in the shade Glacé, which I actually have in a mini. So this is what it looks like. It is definitely a dusty mauve shade, one of my favorites to wear, so versatile. Now the thing about this formula and most of Bite Beauty's lipstick formulas, it is so smooth. It just glides on, no tugging, 100% pigmentation in one swipe. And it's comfortable and it lasts. And this is considered a clean at Sephora product, so it's a clean formula. In fact, I'm pretty sure the reason Bite Beauty's name is Bite Beauty is at one point they said like their formulas are clean enough to take a bite out of. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. So both of the lipsticks in this duo kit are matte finishes, but they don't look or feel dry on the lips at all. They just give that really chic, flat, matte appearance. They're made with African mango butter to nourish the lips and orange peel wax to seal in hydration. If you've never tried Bite Beauty, I would 100% suggest picking this up and experiencing it for yourself. Also, just to note that this is the old packaging. This is what they look like now. Another $20 lipstick duo that is so worth checking out. This is the Nars Velvet Matte Lipstick Pencil Duo. Now these come in 3 different duo shades. So there's one that includes Do Me Baby and Bad Girl, one that includes Damned and Walkery, and the last one is Cruella, which I actually have and I'm wearing today, and Dolce Vita. So again, these are incredibly rich and pigmented, chubby lip pencils. Now these are actually a bit thicker than the Bite Beauty ones, so I feel like I have a tiny bit less precision for clean lines with these, but oh my god, the formula is amazing. It does not feel like I'm wearing anything on my lips whatsoever. Honestly, I think Cruella is like the perfect red. It's got that blue base that makes my teeth look white, and y'all know I am a sucker for a matte red lip. The texture of these pencils are so creamy, they're never gonna tug on your lips. And again, even though it's a matte finish, it does not feel drying at all. And I am so sensitive to drying lip formulas, especially now with the mask friction that is chapping my lips constantly. Now, again, these do not come with a sharpener, but they are sharpenable. Unlike the Bite Beauty ones that are retractable, these you do have to sharpen. So if you sharpen it, you will be able to get that precise point back. This next pick, under $20 at Sephora, is a little bit controversial, and I was really debating whether or not to include it in this video. The BeautyBlender and all related BeautyBlender versions are available at Sephora for $20. Now, there are many different sponges that I prefer over the BeautyBlender for a lot less money. However, I do think there is something to be said for at least trying the BeautyBlender once so that you know where the bar is, because this is, like for makeup artists, the standard blending sponge. So if you know where the bar is set, then you know if your budget-friendly sponge is actually good. Does that make sense? Now this is the original, which is pink. It gets stained really easily. I would actually suggest going with the Pro, which is black, so it won't get like noticeable stains. And I will say that the BeautyBlender does have a unique feel to it compared to my other sponges that I tend to use and like more. It is probably the most cloud-like or like fluffy feeling. Now with that said, I feel like it shears out my product a little bit more or better than other sponges, but because I lean more towards full coverage product, that's not necessarily the best thing for me. So it's definitely unique, and I think it's worth trying at least once. It's just not a product that I would recommend you repurchase. Pretty much every Benefit Brow Mini is about $14. And again, this isn't gonna give you the same value for your dollar as buying the full size, but if you wanna try out a formula, figure out which one is best for you, then I would highly suggest it. I've talked a lot recently about how much I love Benefit products, specifically the Precisely My Brow, but today I wanted to shine a light on another Benefit favorite that I haven't really given a lot of love to here on the channel, the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel. This is a tinted brow gel, and it's definitely what I reach for when I just want to sort of fill in my brows for a low maintenance look. Again, it's waterproof, so I know that even though it's gonna give me more of a natural look, it's gonna be a natural look that lasts all day and that I don't have to worry about. There aren't a lot of brow gels out there that make me feel comfortable wearing with a full face of makeup, because I feel like a lot of brow gels are more so for like no makeup days. But with this one, I still get the definition and fullness that I prefer on a daily basis. In fact, today it's sort of giving me like boyfriend brow vibes. So today I used it on its own so you could see like a full brow look using just this, but I've also used it just to top my brows off after I've used something else for a waterproof hold. This is the full size. The mini is going to be a little bit smaller than this, but a little does go a long way. I've been using this for a while because it's not necessarily my everyday product. And I'm personally very picky with brow gels, so buying a mini ahead of time just to figure out if I like it is a good idea for me, at least. Now, something I didn't know before researching for this video is that Tarte has a handful of $19 palettes that are perfect for on the go or just a minimal makeup collection. Now, you may know from my other videos talking about high-end makeup that I like that Tarte has my favorite high-end eyeshadow formula, their Amazonian clay formula, which they also use in some of their face products that blend out and look so beautiful. And they have a few $19 palettes for the face as well as the eyes. Now, I wanted to call attention to their Tease palette. The Tartelette Tease Palette. It is a 6-pan eyeshadow palette that has a really, really good like range from light to dark, as well as balance between shimmery and matte shades. Now, this does sort of look like a mini version of my Tartelette full-size eyeshadow palette. Obviously, it's based on that. The shade names aren't the same, but it looks like there are a lot of similar ones in here. So this would be an awesome palette just to have for very straightforward looks, but I could see you doing an everyday subtle eye or a really sultry smoky eye because they do have that dark sort of plummy shade in there. So for $19, I think that this is actually a pretty practical purchase, and it'll give you a little bit of a taste of what I consider to be some of the best eyeshadows at Sephora. Now, they also have $19 face palettes. They have one called the Hamptons, which is a little bit more warm, and this has a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. So this could be your all-in-one face palette. I love things like this for traveling or, again, just when I want to consolidate and simplify my routine. Here are the swatches from the brand of this Tarte Hamptons Weekender Contour Palette. Now, as you can see, it looks like it will work a little bit better on light to medium skin. They've swatched it on dark skin, and the blush and highlight look okay, but the bronzer looks a little gray toned on darker skin, at least in this swatch, so I'm not sure if you'd get use out of that. Now, the other $19 face palette from Tarte worth checking out is the Pro Glow to Go Highlight and Contour Palette. So this has 2 highlights and a bronzer. One of the highlights has more of a pink undertone, the middle highlight is more champagne, and then the bronzer is sort of like a neutral medium brown. This one, they only have a light skin model with the swatches, so again, I think it's gonna be best for light to medium skin, although those highlights will probably work across the board. And you can see how it just fits in the hand so easily. It's just a really nice little mini palette, but it'll pack a punch because I know that these formulas are bomb. The last cheap thing to buy at Sephora for $20 or under that I definitely recommend is the Duo Brush On Adhesive for false lashes. I was so loyal to this glue before I found a similar product from AOA that was just over $1. But if Sephora is more convenient for you to shop at, this is definitely going to be the best eyelash glue that you can find. I prefer the brush applicator because it's so much more precise and controlled in terms of the amount of glue that you're putting on your false lashes. Whenever I use the squeeze glues, I just get way too much product on the lash. It ends up being goopy. It takes forever for it to dry, so it starts slipping around. And especially if you want to reuse your fake lashes, you don't want a lot of glue buildup on the band. So this comes in both a translucent version as well as a black version. Both of them rock. This lash glue is $9 at Sephora, but it's gonna last you a while because, like I said, since you're getting more precise with application, you're not gonna be wasting as much product as if you were squeezing it out. That's at least in my experience. Do you have any must-have beauty products from Sephora that are $20 or under that I did not mention in this video? Let me know in the comments below. Today's shout out goes to Amber. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad. And join me over in this video next where I test the highest rated drugstore liquid eyeliners and rank them from worst to best. I'll see you over there. Bye!